In this Satiurn review, I'm going to walk you through this software. I'm going to show you everything you need to know step by step. So what is actually Satiurn? Satiurn is actually a cross-platform business management tool that streamlines your process by putting all your work in one place. You can actually stay productive and simplify digital collaboration with a central hub for your work across platforms. Roll out red carpets for customer with a branded client portal and convenient project sharing options. So who's actually suitable for Satiurn? This is actually suitable for startup, small agency, freelancer that want to simplify their digital workspace and boost their productivity. So without wasting much time, let me show you the platform itself. So what you're actually looking at is actually the main platform itself. On the center, you can actually see the calendar, and on the left, you can actually see the navigations. Okay, do not worry, I will show you everything you need to know. All right, especially on the navigation. So the very first thing I'll show you is actually the calendar. You can actually filter it by month itself or by daily. So on the right, you can actually add in your reminder, transaction, or proposal. You can actually filter out by category, contact, spot, paid or not paid, or even display any of these options, which is income, expenses, proposal, reminder, or task itself. Okay, so right now there's actually nothing to filter because you have not created a first spot and have not added in your first contact. So moving on, I'm going to go to the project. Okay, so for project, you can actually create the very first spot and also a pipeline. Okay, so let me create a first spot right now. So for this demo, I'm going to use my name, Matthew, and you can actually add in a pipeline and add in a user here and press create. Okay, so right now you can see this is the first spot which I actually added. And if you want to have any further bots, go ahead and add new projects over here. Okay, so you can actually see the three dots over here. There's actually a settings, so you can actually rename your project name and remember to press save. Okay, and if you want to delete this project, just simply press delete. Okay, so moving on, there's actually a pipeline. Okay, so what is actually Satiurn pipeline all about? Okay, this pipeline is actually to organize all your customers and their work. This pipeline is actually useful for your business to understand how work is going. Okay, so this is actually what Satiurn pipelines is all about. Okay, so in order to create a new pipeline, I'm going to show it right now to you. Okay, as usual, give your pipeline a name. Actually add. Okay, you actually add your title. Okay, add in the open, the lost, and won. Save it, and you can add in more. Okay, so this is actually how you create your pipeline. All right. So I will just press close, and I'm going to show you bot itself. The bot itself. Okay, by going to the bot, double click it. Okay, what you actually see here is actually you can see some options here. You can actually see the commands, task table, timeline, and also issue. So for the very first thing, you need to create your first group. Okay, so the very first group, you can actually edit your group. You can actually change to do or options which you want. You can change anything which you want. So by clicking the next group is in progress, for example. Okay, so the next one, maybe you can actually see check. You can actually see checking out. Just a demo. Okay, this actually random things which come up from my mind. So after that, you can actually create another one, maybe for collections. Okay, so for this demo, I'm going to create 4 different groups: is to do, in progress, checking out, and collections. Okay, so under to do, you can actually see there's also 3 buttons. You can actually edit the list, move the list, or delete the list. Okay, under to do or in any of them, under any of the group, you can actually add a task as well. Okay, let me show you how to add the task. You can add a task by clicking the plus, and you can actually see by maybe for you can just add in maybe for to do is maybe you need to buy your stock. Okay, or maybe if you have more tasks, you can actually key in stock. Okay, right now you actually have 2 tasks under to do. Okay, you can actually move it around. Okay, maybe once it's actually under to do, you already key in under in progress, you can actually move it around. Okay, by moving around, just you see the hand here, the click, you can actually move it around here. Okay, use the mouse to move it around. Right now you can actually see by stock, there's actually 3 buttons. You can actually duplicate the task, archive this task, and from here you can see, you can also press it under, you can select under to do, in progress, under review, final approval, or complete. Okay, so under in progress, you can actually add more tasks, maybe like counting stock. Okay, maybe by checking out, you can add another task. Okay, stock. Okay, this is just a demo. So maybe if collection is collect stock. Okay, so this is just a demo. So you can actually change everything here as I mentioned, or you can actually start it as well. Okay, so once you actually do all your tasks here, the next thing you need to do is actually a task table. So all these groups is actually the one which I created in Kanban. Okay, all this group is actually created here. So under task table, you can actually filter out by in groups, counting stock, checking out, or collections. Okay, so from here you can actually see the date range, location, status, priority, time, item, user. Okay, you can actually duplicate the task. Okay, by clicking here, and another one is out. Okay, or you can actually archive this task, or you can actually expand the task itself. Okay, by expanding the task, you can actually go into it. So you can actually see the you can actually see the title. You can add in a description. Okay, you can actually add in more subtasks as well. Okay, you can actually see the who's actually assigned to this task, and to do, you can actually put it in progress, checking out, or collections. Okay, you can actually check. You can actually assign it to different groups, which I actually assigned it earlier on. Okay, so from there, at the bottom, you can actually put to do. You can actually add more to do. Okay, actually add more some comments. If you have some comments, you can actually write it here. Files from here. Okay, or there's actually a chronometer. Okay, there's actually a time where you can actually add your chronometer. You can actually put a title, a description, and then you put a date. Okay, maybe you put tomorrow, and you can put a time, and then you can actually create a chronometer. Okay, by tuning a time. Okay, so from the bottom, you can actually assign to anybody. You can actually assign to myself. Okay, let's say you have more context, you actually assign it. So under status, you can actually put under status, in progress, under review, final approval, or complete. Actually set the priority as well. Low priority, medium, high priority. Okay, so the chronometers, you can actually set it here as well. So you can actually record the time. Okay, so basically, this is actually what you can do in task table. Okay, so for everything is also the same. You can actually adjust. Okay, in any case, if you want to expand, just expand it over here. Okay, so moving on to timeline, you can actually see the timeline over here. You can actually see the different groups here. Okay, so under connections, checkout, progress, and to do. Okay, so you can actually filter by status, color, or priority. All right, so in issue, so you can actually create your issue here. Okay, with issue, you'll be able to communicate to your team and discuss about problem or get feedbacks. Okay, so if let's say you're a team leader or manager, create your first issue here. Maybe like damage, maybe damage stock. Okay, you can put in description. Actually, I put under production or commercial, adding attachment, maybe pictures or one. Okay, so adding another Dropbox or open from device, or sorry, from your computer. Okay, so from here, you can actually involve members. You can check that in and create your first issue here. Okay, so from issue on the left, you can actually see the issue you created. Under here, you can actually edit or you can actually delete this issue. So from there, you can see it's actually under open and production and the script, and the title is actually damage stock. You can actually write a comments. If let's say you assign to a team member or your customer service or tech support, okay, then you actually assign to who. Then once it's done, you can actually mark it as a resolve with comments, and then you can just publish it. Okay, so this is actually how you create your issue. Okay, so project wise is actually under Kanban, task table, timeline, and issue, which actually I went through. Okay, so next we are going to go through is actually the chat itself. All right, so for chat, it's very simple. Add in your rooms. You can actually create your first chat. Maybe you have a admin room. Just create admin room. Okay, or you have other maybe tech support. You can actually add a tech support, and of course remember to add in your tech support teammates itself, okay, and create a room, okay. And then under tech support you have some you can actually go to setting, rename the room, and remember to add in your teammates, okay. Then go to save, or if you want to delete this room, just delete. But once you delete, remember this chat room will permanently be deleted, or are you sure you want to delete? So you can actually press cancel or confirm, okay. So just press cancel. So from here you can actually do a chat with the teammate itself under tech support department or same like that, okay. Maybe just hi, and then you can see then your groups will actually chat, okay. So you can actually categorize it under your different department or different client, or maybe a different staff, things like that, okay. So this is actually chat. It's actually very useful under this platform itself, okay. So going on to planner itself, okay, so you can actually do a planning actually under per weeks, okay. You can actually change under the different months, different year. So in that case, if you have any plans moving on, maybe you have new stocks coming in, or new products coming in, or reviews of products, things like that, you can actually add in everything here, okay. So you can actually add in everything here, and then just moving on here, okay. So this is actually the planner side. So for administrator, okay, so you can actually see the dashboard for administrator, okay. So from here you can actually have proposal or finance, okay. For finance, you can actually add one transaction right now. Let me show you how to add a transaction. You can give a title, okay. Actually, you can put stock, put a description, put in title, whether it's a recurring, the category, whether is this incoming or outgoing. Okay, so income, you just put in maybe $1,000 or whichever amount you actually have. Any context, you actually add your context here. Okay, so you can actually add the context here. Okay, so for customer, you can actually see whether it's a customer, supplier, or collaborator. You just choose any of them. Okay, they will be given a role. You can add in a role, add in a name, last name, business data, and then you can create. Okay, so you can actually add attachment and also a payment. Okay, payment right now is actually go to settings, connect your Stripe account to receive payment via on Saturn. Alright, so you can actually click whether is it paid or not paid. Okay, just create. So right now, once you create, right now you can see the overall expected is actually $1,000, sorry. Okay, so you can actually add another transaction, so you can actually show it to you. Okay, buy stocks. Let's for this example. Okay, so you can actually put no category and the outcome. Maybe $500. Just a demo, okay? So you can actually see how it looks like. So you can see your expected is actually $500 from there, because one is actually outcome, one is actually income. Alright, so all these are the transactions which you can actually do. Alright, so you can actually manage your category. Okay, you can actually edit them, view them, and you can delete them. Okay, you can actually add in more as well. Alright, so that's actually your settings. You can actually import from CSV, or you can actually export via PDF. Okay, so let me show you how does the PDF looks like. Okay, so this is actually the PDF which I created earlier, which under buy stocks, expenses, and income. So total expected is $500. Okay, so this is actually the PDF if let's say you want to download. Alright, so this is actually the administrator. So on proposal, if let's say you have any proposal, you can actually create one here. Okay, you can actually select the context, actually add in the context at your end. Okay, then the service date. Okay, press next. You can actually put the service date, what kind of service is this. You can actually add in on your own, and then add in some attachment as well. Go to next. You can actually put in the title, unit cost, unit selling price, if there is any discount and taxes, and how many units. And you can add in more items. Okay, anytime you want to delete, just go ahead, and then you can press next. And then let's say there's any installment, you can actually put in whether is it the first installment, final installment, or any of the installment. Okay, add more installment here, add in any of the details which you need, and you can see the total. Okay, so from there you can actually have new proposal. Okay, so this is the dashboard which I showed earlier on. You can actually see everything is all shown here. Okay, print recap is the one which I actually show it to you over here. Okay, So you can actually click by income, expensive, category, contact, or bots itself. So for contacts, which I showed you earlier on, okay, you can actually create your contacts under customer, supplier, which I showed you earlier on. You can actually star them, okay, or actually label them as well, okay. Create a label at your own, okay. So, and you have some collaborator or supplier, you can actually create any of the contacts here, okay. So for the last one is actually team, okay. So right now I'm the owner. So if let's say you have another client, or you have another colleagues coming in, you can put in their email, assign them a role, and then you can actually give them permission based on your criteria, and then you can just press invite, okay. So this is actually how you create your team. All right. So for bot itself, which I actually created earlier on, so moving on is actually the last thing which I'm going to show you is the setting, okay. Setting, you can actually put in your business, you can actually put in your business name, you can change them anytime, and you can actually put in your custom domain, okay, and actually language and currency and some company building informations, okay. So for payments, okay, right now you can actually connect to Stripe's API for some integration also, okay, some webhooks, okay. So for user, you can actually change your name, put in your profile picture, helps, okay. So there's actually a tutorial which I'm going to show it to you now. So this is actually a tutorial for Satiurn, okay. So you can actually set in how to set up PayPal. Everything you need to know is all available here, okay. So do not worry, if you have an issue, go to the help itself, okay. So right now, this is actually Satiurn itself, okay. It's very simple, okay. It's very straightforward, okay. It's very easy to use for beginner, especially if you're, let's say you are started of an agency and starting to get more work, get more jobs, and you actually more people joining you to actually help in your business, okay. So this is actually an Appsumo deal itself. I'm going to show you the deal, okay. Right now at this single seats itself is you can actually add up to 50 users at the price of $49. And if let's say you want to create more unlimited user, it's actually a one-time price of $98. Okay, remember this is actually a one-time price of $98 for unlimited user, or $49 for 50 user. Actually, this is actually a alternative product for called ClickUp. ClickUp is actually a monthly fee. So in order for your agency or your individual company to save costs, I would suggest you to get up this Satiurn. Is actually a one-time price of $49 or $98, which is a one-time fee. Okay, if let's say you want to buy this product, go ahead, use my link below in the description box. Okay, it's actually an affiliate link. I will actually earn a small cut of commissions, but definitely it will not affect any of the price of $49 or $98. Okay, this is actually to help this brand new channel itself. Okay, so it comes to my end of this review itself. I hope you actually learned something from me. And if you love to see such software review, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. So to the next review, I will see you guys. Take care. Goodbye. See you.